So this year the research event will be about sustainability. Our first question is that a concept that plays an important role in the Inofea strategy?
Oh yes, definitely it does. Mainly for our customers, to be honest, because they have very strict targets to increase sustainability, to decrease the usage of energy or reduce the number of the amount of raw materials. So definitely yes, it's a hot topic.
And can you give us some examples of how the operation of Inofea helps becoming more sustainable for you and for other companies also?
Yeah, we developed a special enzyme technology to make them more stable. And what comes with this technology is that the enzymes, for instance, can be reused, can be recycled about 20 times, are still active, so it requires less usage of costly enzymes. Definitely, yes, that's how we contribute to that.
Thank you.
Both of us are currently doing a PhD. That's quite a different situation from being in a corporate environment. So I'm wondering, this is a bit more about your personal pathway and your career. Could you explain us how the learning curve during the PhD, in your experience, differed from the learning curve in a business environment?
Maybe not too much, because I think you apply in a PhD time. You are the first time really exposed to work on a subject and to solve potentially problems, to find different options to get there where you want to be. And this is also what is required in the industry. Also in the industry you will be confronted with a couple of questions where you will be confronted with a couple of different tasks and responsibilities. So analytical thinking about different options to solve something, that's definitely common at both times of the life.
What were your main career steps after the PhD, and why did you move from a more research to management?
I'm useless in research, I'm very bad. So in the lab I'm not so suited. I was more interested in, and I found that out for myself, because when you leave the university you might not know exactly what you want to do, because the different positions which are possible in the industry, how shall you know if you are not there? So I discovered for myself that, for instance, I think I'm quite good in sales or in sales organizations. So I learned more and more to take over more responsibilities, and that is practically what you learn when you start working.
So Inofea has quite closely collaborated with FHNW, where we are also both doing our work. And can you tell us something about how you see the role of an institution like that in the Basel area, especially with all the biotech?
What I like with FHNW, it's a University of Applied Sciences. And so it's much more practical and much more, more practical or focused on solving something which appears in the industry or which is a hot topic. And I think the education, for me at least from the outside, seems to be quite positive. So I think you learn a lot to be able to find later jobs in the industry, either in the research area of the industry or in some other positions.
Inofea has daily interaction with other companies. Does the sustainability play a role in the acquisition of new customers?
It plays a huge role, Karina. Not only the sustainability, but often the sustainability comes along with also saving costs. This is, I mentioned before, the raw material and energy savings. Many customers are interested to use enzymes in biocatalytic processes. They want to use them in continuous manufacturing processes, and of course immobilized enzymes are much more easy to use in this way. And batch versus continuous processes is a difference of maybe 20 to 50% energy saving, raw material saving, and that comes along with also saving the expenses.
Yes.
Talking about technologies within the industry, I've read that there's a trend in Switzerland particularly to switch from traditional chemical manufacturing to biotechnological production technologies. especially of course in the pharmaceutical industry where biosimilars and bioproducts are very important. Can you confirm that you observe such a trend? Or
yes,
what's your opinion
because I remember, I think I started 20 years ago in SIBA to start to promote enzymes, and I was talking to chemists, and chemists have the opinion that chemistry can be better done with chemical catalysts. But I think in the meantime, the learnings which came, for instance, from the pharmaceutical industry, when you want to make enantiomer pure products, that definitely biocatalysts have huge advantage. And also, I have to say that there are a lot more companies who produce enzymes genetically modified, making them more stable, more usable in different environments, in solvent presence, catalyst reactions. So definitely, yes, that is growing. Yeah,
the technology
which is good.
arrives in the market?
Yes, the time is right. Yeah.
So about communication of science to not scientists this time, to the public. Sustainability is at the moment especially a focus of the public debate, and it does attract also the attention of investors, stakeholders. How does Inofea see the debate with the public about biotechnological innovations, and do you think that a general debate on the basis of scientific evidence can be held with the public, or the emotional component of this debate would prevail and not bring to a successful debate?
I think in general the public is not a homogeneous community. Yeah. And I think you will achieve a lot with some representatives of the public, stakeholders with scientific arguments. But I think many of them will simply not understand them. If you don't understand something from a personal point of view, you're concerned and you are a little bit afraid about something. And then the emotion comes. I think emotions will always be included somehow.
Do you have a solution for that?
I think a good communication where you understand and where you can bring across, do I understand you? If you are concerned, I need to understand what your concerns are, and then I can build a communication in a proper way to it.
Yes. Thank you. So we would like to finish this interview with one question. Well, a very important question for us. What does sustainability mean to you?
Well, I think we have all the responsibility to think about the next generation, because somehow we managed to become 8 billion people here on the earth. It's rather crowded. We've seen a lot of developments in emerging countries like China and India. Everybody wants to have a car. We as well, we live in this luxury world, and I think this is something we need to reconsider. Because we want the planet to survive a couple of more millions of years, and if we continue like that, if we even don't know how to feed us, it's getting a bit difficult now. And a lot of energy sources which are still available today might not be available tomorrow. So I think this is something we hardly need to work on. But I think we are on the right way. I see a lot of more research work going in the direction. I see a lot of more European or Swiss government supported projects to appear. And they all go in the direction of sustainability in one way or the other.
So which one is the aspect of sustainability that you feel is more important to investigate right now?
I think in general food, how to feed us, is something we need to consider, and where new concepts are arising. Also energy in general, where do we get energy from? And personally, I think also water is, drinking water is something very critical.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for your time and the interview.